Oh, I can see how it looks. Oh, if it show up, there it is. There it is. Okay. Looking crispy cream. Yes, looking good. Okay, now. I swear to God, if I would start some shit again, after I just let him back in after he asked me to come to here, I swear to God, I'm gonna shove my foot so far up his ass. I'm literally going to personally shove my foot so far up his ass. Don't you start no shit again, fella. I'm giving you a chance. Don't start no shit again. I already had to deal with Ninja. I already got to deal with Ryzen, the plus 30s talk. I'm already annoyed to high hell. Don't start no shit again, fella. Don't you start no shit again. Oh! Oh, who in here? Where is it? Wait, Felon's in there. No, Felon. Wait, Rex is in there. Well, that's okay. I'll just spawn myself. That is okay. I'll just go myself. I need to go myself anyways. Shoot. Oh, let me unlock a. Well, actually, I'm not really in a rush. I already gotta do like what? I gotta do like what? 8 more of these standbys and everything. I'll do all that shit later. I'm gonna have some fun. Do I want to? I'm not tempted. I'm very tempted. Why not? Yeah, why not? I don't got anything else to do. I can go in the stack party. I'll just go by myself. I would go in there, but like, yeah, I would think about going in that party, but I realized that Rex is in there, and the only thing he'll do is continue to quotation mark troll about bye. Bro, y'all, let me be honest about Rex, cause I know y'all been waiting. Y'all know y'all been waiting for me to finally respond to this idiot. There it is. Full thank you. I saw that coming. Y'all, if I had a nickel for every time he went in chat and said something toxic or said something about bye, I'd have enough to fund the entire server. This man can't shut up for the life of him. I don't know if it's because he just seeking attention. He just seeking attention and need more friends, and that's the reason why he acting up the way he do. But at this point, it's so bad that not many people really want to talk to him. It's exactly like I've been saying. People are just putting up with him at this point. He literally proving my point. I literally said, like, people are just putting up with him at this point. Regardless, he's proving my point. Bro is proving my point. And then the ass kissing for Ace too. I feel bad for Ace, because I already know that some of the things that he said for Yuri ain't right either. And then he's all like, oh, there's a guide for Yuri and something like that. But if it's made by Ace, I wouldn't really. I'd take it with the grain of salt, actually. If it's made by Ace. No offense to Ace, because I know Ace been playing Yuri for like years and stuff, but I know a better Yuri. In fact, he's in my Discord by the name of Akio. He literally is a Yuri name. If I ever want to learn about Yuri, I go to Akio before I ever go to Ace. Because at least I know Akio will actually give me a full rundown with details. Instead of you just do this, you just do that, and then that's it. Cause Akio will literally sit down and teach you Yuri. Shoot, if I want to learn Yuri, I'm running straight to Akio. At least he'll actually explain stuff instead of just the brain dead, ego filled answers. Shoot, if I want to learn Seiha, I'm gonna go straight to Agent. I'll head straight to Agent and ask questions about Seiha before I even think about running to any of these Seihas in here. Shoot. Selby, I'd ask Lin. Seiha, I'd ask Agent. Yuri, I'd ask Akio. Time, I'd probably ask Akio or Yomi. Most likely Yomi. Jay, I can ask Cultist, but I need for him to get back on the game and read Jay's stuff all over again. We don't really have much for Jay. The only good person for Jay, the only good person that we had for, well, one of the only good people we had for Jay got caught up in some stuff he didn't need to be in and got banned. I won't say why he did it, but I mean why he got banned, but yeah. So we don't really have much of a person for Jay. But we don't have much of a person for Jay. I hear y'all in back like, what about we don't have much of a person for Jay in the story. We have Horsey Faria, and then Olivia we have usual. Nata, we don't have anyone. But we don't have anyone for Nata. Skip Harpy. Skip Harpy. Out of respect, I'm going to skip Harpy. Tina, if I had to think of who to ask for Tina, well, that's one person that, well, he don't even play the game anymore, to be honest. And rightfully so, considering the shit that Bellum costs. He don't even play the game anymore. Violet, I can easily ask Cardi. Wolfgang is Yomi, of course. Soma is Miu. Seth. There's not really a person for Seth. Well, actually, yeah, there's not really a person for Seth. Well, sort of, kind of. I know who to ask for Mirai. We don't really have anybody for Chosu. Yeah, we don't have anybody for Chosu. I know who to ask for Mirai. The Yunhai, the go-to person for Yunhai alone quit the game. He's the same person I would have asked for Tina, but he long quit this game. Work got him caught up. I would say Masago for Lucy, but he kind of just stays to himself. Ari. There's not much of a person for Ari. At least I don't think. No, wait. There might be a person for Ari. No, wait, no. I'll take that back. No. No, not really. Not really a person for Ari, at least as far as I don't. No, I think he's a real man. Oh, but then again, he don't really. He don't seem like the type of person to do like detailed explanations. He seems like the person to you do this because this. He don't seem like a person to go into details. Yeah, no, we don't have an Ari person. Yeah, cause no. Yeah, we don't have an Ivy person. We don't have an Ivy person. But we don't have an Ivy person. Okay? We don't have an Ivy person. I would help them. It's just 4 runs. Alright, fine. It's just 4 runs. What's the worst that can happen in like 4 runs? It's just 4 runs. They probably got help already too. Or not. Actually, we probably do got an Ivy person that's just probably just quiet and just stay to himself. I don't blame him. They probably got help already. I'll send another one. If they don't accept it, I'll just go ahead and go back and heck off. Oh, okay, got him. Alright, time to take us to Heka. What's his face? Right here, right? Okay. Go ahead and go through all everything. Is it just Belphegor or like? Yeah, I can read. Oh, you can just go straight to. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I thought you had to go through all 4 from here. You can just head straight to. Okay, that's cool. That's a cool change. Okay, that's nice. Oh, then let me check something. Oh wait, no. Wait, nah, never mind. But I would not be surprised if they implemented that. Okay, that's good. So we can just literally head straight to Nucleus. We ain't gotta go through all 4 of them now. We can just literally head straight to Nucleus. That's a cool change. Oh, right. I forgot to switch stuff. I forgot to switch P&A. Oops. Yep, that's me. And I'm going to be updating that. Wait, they died! They died! What the fuck, they died? Not like this! Not like that! Not like this! Wait, there's only one. Oh, shit. So, yeah, we're screwed. We're gonna die, right? Ah! I didn't see the other. I didn't see the other queue. And was it just walking on the? I'm confused. I'm so confused. Thank you for Carrie. Oh, look at them go. Oh, okay, we both look nice. So anyways, okay, now back to, I was burning my pots. I was burning my pots. So, back to, do I want to? No, I don't think I want to. I'm shy. I don't want to ask for a spin part. I'm shy. Yeah, let's go back at myself. I'm shy. I'm not shy, but I'm shy. I'm shy. Wait, how many more do I have to do? One? Well, let me go ahead and get this last flask off the, wait, no. I'll do it later. Later. I'll do it later. The fuck?
Your SMS notification will include your number 14706335230. You may enter a different number now, or press the pound sign to send your SMS notification.
I don't think it was. color.
Okay. You okay? You okay?
Am I okay?
Yeah, you okay?
No.
Oh, okay. Just
I'm
making
just
sure.
trying to figure.
Hmm?
She can't hear me over there. She come in for a little while, and then it cuts off automatically. And I think it's her phone, actually. But I came to check and see if it was my phone.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Hold on a second. Okay, what?
Okay, dial 678. Because she got a problem. And I think
These came back from a search.
Six, 7,
849.
849. 849.
3897.
3897.
97.
Oh, Gemra. Okay.
They won't see, I won't hear her. She won't. She come in for a little while. Yeah?
Please leave your message for 678-849-3897. Sorry, mailbox is full. To send an
She said her phone ain't.
Did her phone die?
Her phone ain't.
Please leave your message for
Her phone
6,
ain't
7.
zero.
Yeah, because it's going straight to voicemail. Did her phone turn off or something?
No, I was talking on the phone when she called. And I switched it over to her because I was already on the phone. I switched it over to her. And after I did all that, I couldn't get her no more. Then she called me and told me,
Because everything's at max volume and everything. It's just like
so I think it's her phone.
678 849 3897, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please leave.
It went straight to voice. It keeps going straight to voicemail.
Something on her phone.
Thank you.
I'll wait a while to that.
Hmm?
I'll wait a while to that.
Oh, this is how you can carrots for what's the place. That's an hour ago. Okay, never mind. Oh, she said I'll call you later.
Okay.
Yeah, she texted you and said she'll call you later. Where's your pocket?
okay, don't you? Alright, you just move that out, or you got that?
What the hell? That was so unhinged. I was just like, wait, why is he staring? Oh wait, he just needs us on the phone. Y'all probably were like, what happened? Y'all probably over here like, what happening? I don't know. By like, what? It's like, what? Oh! Oh. Oh. They're precious. Oh, they're precious. My babies, they're precious. Oh. Love you too. Love you too. No, I should okay, yeah, I should probably go find the same party. I mean, I personally don't mind running it by myself and all, because I'm pretty much used to it. But, like, yeah, I should probably get a spam party. I don't want to. I feel nervous asking, though. That's the thing. I feel nervous asking for spam parties and stuff. Cause, you know, because I had like so many tickets. I'd be feeling nervous asking for spam parties because, like, remember the last stream where I talked about how I'd be feeling when I'm like in spam parties and I drop reds and stuff, and then the mood just like shifts and people want to like lead the spam parties and stuff like that. Yeah, and so sometimes I'd be wanting to ask for spam parties when I get in there, and then the moment I drop a red or drop something and they all see it and they know, and then it's just like the mood just shifts entirely and went from, oh yeah, okay, oh man, I can't get this red, to silence and stuff. Like, here's the thing though, the people be using be using the DPS triggers and stuff, they don't be using the luck triggers. That's the main thing that helps you drop reds, if you use the luck triggers. I went on several streams literally telling people, guys, use the luck triggers if you want to drop. found item bonus actually do work, but at the end of the day, it's still RNG. Increasing your found item bonus do work. It helps you drop stuff quicker, but like I said, at the end of the day, it's still RNG, but it do help you. It do help. I would have like several past streams literally telling people, prepping them for Model Seal, in fact. Telling people to use the luck triggers because it'll help them drop quicker. Some people did listen and use the some people actually did listen and use the luck triggers, and they've been dropping like crazy. Others are hard-headed, and some of them still be complaining about red Doko and so forth. And then I tried at least. I tried to give them advice and let them know, hey guys, if y'all having trouble with dropping, just use the luck triggers. Especially when you're in the party, it's okay to use the luck triggers. You literally have 2 or 3 other people in the party that's gonna help you dish damage out at the boss. All the more reason to use the luck triggers. No reason not to use them. Use them. You'll drop. A lot of people in the server are hard-headed, so I tried at least. At the very least, I tried. I tried to let them know they didn't want to listen. Yeah, I tried at the very least. Well, let's get these tickets out the way. Okay, let's see. Well, we already got enough tickets to actually drop a red. So let's go ahead and see what we drop. I know I'm not gonna drop anything Heka. Heka is one stubborn boss to drop with. Well, drop at. Someone call my name? Yep, someone called my name. Oh. I'm tripping. Let me just sit down. Well, I thought somebody, called my name. Anyways, what I left off on? Oh, right. Well, at the very least, I did try to give them advice for like struggling with the Reds and stuff, but they're hard-headed, so at the very least I can say I tried. Some listen, some decide to still be hard-headed and whatever, but yeah, I at least tried. But some of you are probably wondering how did me and Rex even get like this? You know, him continuously dissing by and then me having yeah. So usually when content is around, I'm always there to help people, like with raids and stuff and so forth. First I learn the content, and then after I learn the content, I'm there to carry and like raids and so forth. It's always been like that. That wasn't the case for Flame King. Around the time Flame King, my laptop broke, so I had to get it fixed. It took longer than expected because it was supposed to have been fixed in about maybe a couple weeks up to a month. It took almost 3 months because they had to get some parts. They had to send some parts in from China to finish fixing the laptop. So around Christmas time is when they released Flame King. When Flame King, as in Prometheus. When Flame King first came out, people realized how hard it was to drop a receiver. They're not used to long runs. You have to drop. If you wanted a better chance of dropping the receiver, the same receiver that I'm wearing, you have to spam Finale of Flames. You also have the option of spamming Castle of Darkness. Here's the issue though. It's a long dungeon. So long dungeon, but everybody's so quick to like short dungeons and quotation mark one-shotting that when they get hit with the long dungeon, they don't want to run it. That's the issue. So there were people complaining about the hitbox, having to adjust their hitboxes for the skills towards Prometheus hitbox, Gildo the fox being annoying and killing people, the damage reduction, the DR, and yeah, all that. People were complaining. the time where I noticed the time that I wasn't there to help was the time where everybody was panicking. And when I'm telling you everybody was panicking, I had got so many pings asking when was I going to come back, but I couldn't. The only thing that was holding me back was the parts that needed to be sent from China, because kind of find out there were some holidays, so they couldn't ship it. So I had no choice but to sit this one out and watch everybody suffer, and I hated it. I hated every second of it. So it got so bad that Rex came up with the idea of like red receiver craft. But here's the problem. Here's the thing that I was trying to tell him. It's too early. We just got the content. It's too early for a craft. So, because we were cool before this happened. Rex and I were cool before this happened. But after that, and after I finally told him to stop complaining and everything, because I watch a lot of people. I watch a lot of people that talk in CC General. He not gonna admit it, but he did almost every time we saw him in CC General. The only thing he did was complaining about bosses and so forth and everything. It was excessive. So it was only a matter of time before someone would finally tell him to stop complaining. That's the thing. That's the thing he don't get. It was only a matter of time before someone finally tell him to stop complaining. Unfortunately, I had to be that person. So, especially when he decided to snap at me. That's what really made me do it. Anyways, so he made a forum thread. Asking for a red receiver craft. So I was trying to tell him that it was too early, but he snapped at me and Mia. And we were like, what you snap? We basically were like, what the fuck you snap at me for? Now instead I called him, since he snapped at me, when all I was just trying to tell him was, dude, asking for the red receiver craft is too early. But when he snapped at me, talking about you try doing over 100 runs and trying to drop the receiver. That's the thing. That's exactly what I did. When I came back, what did I do? I took my butt straight to Flame King and spammed until I got the receiver and got the accessories. So what he talking about? Anyways, if I slick remember what I said? I said something along the line of I actually would. And matter of fact, you have an option. Either A, stop complaining, shut up, and just drop the receiver, or B, stop spamming dungeon. If it's too annoying, save up and buy the receiver. He didn't like that I said that. So after that, after that came the distant abide and so forth and all that other stuff. That literally stemmed from me just trying to tell him that the FK red receiver craft was too early. We just got the content. Why are you asking for a receiver craft when we just got content? You supposed to wait. He could have just, if he had just waited until it was like maybe half a year later or whatever. Because here's the thing though. I wasn't there. I wasn't there to be able to help and everything. What do you mean? When content first comes out, I spam the content, drop reds, try to see if I can sell some stuff and so forth, and try to help with prices to stabilize prices. I noticed that when I wasn't there, everybody went crazy with the PGC prices. Before PGC trading, selling, buying got banned because people don't know how to act. When I wasn't there to help stabilize prices, the prices rise, and they rise threefold, or twofold. No, let's see. What's going to say? The prices that normally would be they doubled and even tripled sometimes because I wasn't there to help stabilize prices. So everybody went wild, prices went up, people started complaining. It was a whole mess. It made me realize just how much I actually was helping before I couldn't step in to help. When I tell y'all it was bad, it was bad. If y'all wonder what I'm talking about, I'm still talking about Flame King. I'm talking about the prices around time, especially prior to Flame King releasing, and then after Flame King releasing, the prices were bad. They were absolutely bad. Everybody was complaining about prices. Everybody was complaining about the receiver drop rate. Everybody was complaining about the box itself. Now I'm over here reading everything because, mind you, my laptop broke. I can't play, so I can't have hands-on experience, and I can't have hands-on experience. So the only thing I could do was listen to what everybody. The only thing I could do was just listen to the troubles and listen to everybody complaining stuff. Even our field officers were complaining. Even our field officers were complaining. Like, what? Everybody was complaining. So when I finally got my laptop back, the first thing I did was head straight to Flame King. Come to find out, in my opinion, it's just everybody being dramatic. Because when I was running it, I was just like, wait, that's it? What? Then what everybody complaining about? What? I kept running, and then as I kept running, I understood, but at the same time, it wasn't as bad as everybody was making it. I feel like everybody was being super dramatic around that time, including the receiver drop rate. But then again, my first receiver that I dropped was a back receiver. I dropped it in 60 to 70 runs. Because at the time I wasn't worried about dropping the receiver or everything. I was just worried about learning the mechanics and stuff so that I could run it and solo it and so forth. And then I was helping Zaxxor at the time. Not a lot of people were happy to hear that I dropped the receiver in 60 to 70 runs. Yeah, they weren't happy to hear that. But yeah, Flame King, I'm pretty sure everybody is like, oh god, that thing, I hated that thing. Yeah. So the staff did something they've never done before. They've never increased the rate twice. This is the very first time the staff ever had to step in and increase the drop rate. Not once, twice. This is the first time they've ever had to do it. And the reason but they did it for the air receiver. I'm not sure if they did it for the back and chase receiver, but they did it specifically for the air receiver because a lot of characters on this roster are aerial. You need an aerial receiver for a lot of these characters. Or you have the option of going aerial since, well, let's see. Well, aerial is the most desired. So that's the reason why aerial costs so much. 1, because it was hard to drop. 2, because of the high demand. So it had the highest price. While back had a more average price, and Chase had the cheapest price. Because at the time, it was mainly just like Soma mains and Tina mains and maybe a couple of Seth mains going for a chase receiver. But everybody was going for mostly aerial. And then if they couldn't settle for aerial, some people were selling for the back receiver. So everybody was pretty much trying to aim for aerial. It was so bad that the price for aerial used to be 20 bill. And it used to be a 100 PGC. The back receiver used to be 8 to 10 bill and a 50 PGC. Chase used to be like 3 bill. 3 to 5 bill. That depends on the seller. That's how bad it was. It used to be like 15 through 20, but it was horrible. Like when I tell y'all it was horrible, it was horrible. It made me realize. It made me realize just how much. It made me realize just how much I was actually helping everyone. And then when I had no choice, because truth be told, that was a forced break. I didn't even want to take that break. That was a forced break. The only reason I had to take that break was because my laptop broke. So it was a forced break. I didn't even want to take a break. I know I needed the break, but I didn't even want to take the break. But even when I was taking the break, I didn't even enjoy my break. I was still dealing with drama. With CC. Then I was dealing with drama in real life too. Then I was dealing with drama with friends. So I didn't even get to enjoy the break. I had a forced break where I didn't even get to enjoy because I had drama with CC. It's cool and Rex. I had drama in real life too. I had drama with friends and everything. So I was stressed out even during the quotation mark break. Of course, I remember Fun King. It was hell for me. I didn't even get a chance to take a. Well, I did, but even then, I was right back to stressed. I literally had no break. And then the Christmas event, the one with Red Death. Oh, I hate that I missed it. I want them to bring Red Death back. I wish they could. I want to do Red Death again. I wanted to do it so badly with Ruby. I actually really wanted to do the Red Death duo with Ruby. Because it would have came full circle. Because me and Ruby, we used to be war game rivals and stuff like that. We used to fight for number one war games. It would have came full circle if we went from being rivals, fighting each other for the war games number one and everything, and then finally joining forces as friends, fighting together. Everything would have finally came full circle if I could have got my laptop back. Like when I tell y'all I really wanted that duo to finally come full circle. I really want that duo to finally come full circle. To go from fighting each other to having this rivalry we had to finally being friends and still having a somewhat friendly competition, to actually being able to band together and actually do a duo. It would have came full circle on that part, and I missed the chance. Got some fucking parts from China. I wanted to do that duo. Man, I wanted to do that duo so bad. That would have been so good. Now we're never gonna get that chance, and the reason why is because he be running with the, number one Yinha. He runs the duo with him, and then I already got my duo partner. Although my duo partner be busy. He's caught up with work. But honestly, I think everything has a reason, and I'm honestly not complaining about the duo partner I have. I've always wanted to have a duo partner that can, let's say, match my energy, or match my I've always wanted to do a dungeon with someone that can blend well with my playstyle. Yomi blends surprisingly very well with my playstyle. If I go back to the Wolfgang and Bai duo that we did, we blended so well together. I'll be honest with y'all, I never expected that he would be the perfect duo partner for me. Cause y'all know how I'm usually just like carrying everyone. Even with some of the people who be highly geared, I carry them. I don't mind it. I'm a planner at heart. I be like, when it comes to dungeons, I'm always a planner. Like, I'm always watching how everyone fights and stuff, and then planning accordingly and making adjustments accordingly. Y'all probably looking at me like, huh? It's not that serious. See, about that. Nah, because I'm gonna sound like a nerd and no, because I'm gonna sound like a nerd if I say this. I'm gonna sound like a nerd. I'm not supposed to say it. Okay. So most of the times when I'm in a party with people, I'm watching how everyone fights, and then I'm making plans accordingly on how they fight. Like if I know they're not good at no way, I can be honest here. I have to be honest. If I notice they're not doing, if I notice they're doing shit damage, that's when I'm like, okay, let me switch to quotation mark carry mode. When I'm in a party with, let's say, somebody like Horsey. Horsey does a lot of damage, especially with Rhea. If I was in a party with this Rhea, I'm gonna switch from carry mode to DPS support mode, where I know that he deals a lot of damage, so I'm going to support him in dishing out damage by basically I'm going to help him dish out damage. If I'm in a party with, let's say, like a Tyne, a Harpy, a Luna, Soma, and they get buffs and stuff, I'm switching from DPS support mode. Whether they're high geared or not, I'm switching from DPS support mode to carry mode. So that's when I'm like, okay, so that's my cue to go on ahead and start dishing out damage. There's a Luna, or there's a Soma, there's a Harpy, there's a Tyne here. Okay. If it's like a, let's say, what's an example? If I were to do a duel with Ruby, I would switch from quotation mark carry mode to DPS support mode, because Ruby does a lot of damage. So I would be blending my place. I would do my best to blend my playstyle in with his playstyle. Ruby and I, we have entirely different playstyles, but I did notice that he did pick up some of my rotations. Yes, I noticed. I noticed a lot of people try to like copy my playstyle. Yes, I noticed that too. I noticed a lot of people try to copy my playstyle, try to copy my rotations, everything, try to outdo me, try to spite me, all that. I already noticed all that. I just stay quiet and just watch. But yeah, I noticed. Ruby got an entirely different playstyle from me, but he did pick up some things from me. I did notice. The times that him and I do be in party, I've been noticed that he picked up some things from me. A lot of people use my videos as reference. I noticed that too. My point is, at the end of the day, he puts his own twist to it. So him and I got two entirely different playstyles. So if I was in a party with Ruby, it's just me and him, I would switch from carry mode to DPS support mode. I would be trying to blend my playstyle in with his playstyle, so that way I could make it work with him while we both dish out damage towards the enemy, if it makes sense. I change up my rotations, I change up my playstyle because I had to learn to become very flexible. As of now, 2025, I've had to break down my playstyle and build it back up at least 8 to 10 times. I've had to switch up rotations, I've had to switch up my playstyle, I've had to switch up my approach, I've had to relearn how to burst, I've had to break down my bursts. Ever since 2019, ever since I came back in 2019, it's 2025. I've had to learn to be flexible and adjust my rotations and everything accordingly, depending on the situation. Especially when it comes to carrying. Because most of the times I be having very incompetent people in my parties, and they be fucking up the runs. So then I feel like I have to step up because none of the other people will, and then I have to carry and so forth. I've had to do this for years. So I've had to prepare myself for the worst case scenario when it comes to parties and stuff for years. So I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying it like it is. I'm not trying to be mean. Like, I don't know. I've had to work harder than anybody. Yeah, I don't know how easy y'all have it. I had to work harder than anybody. Literally, had to work harder than anybody. Well, yeah, I had to work harder than anybody to get to where I am. No, possibly. I think if there's any person that had to work harder than I did, I'd say that had to be Kato. Hands down, it had to be either Kato or somebody else. I forgot the name. Because Kato is how I learned by. Kato had to work harder than I did. I also had to work hard to get to where I am. Even though everybody jokes and say Kato never played the game. I learned from Kato, watching Kato. Somebody named Suman taught me the rotations because I was struggling very hard with rotations. He was quietly learning from Kato, just using his Untouchable video as a reference. You know, the same one that no, let's not go there. I won't go there. But if you know, you know. If you know, you know. %30 will get it. 30% will get it. 70% will be lost. If you know, you know. But as of the current buys, I've had to work harder than any buy to get to where I am. I had to go through the headache of figuring stuff out. I had to literally fight people. Y'all ever had? No, I highly doubt that any other player base for closers, for characters specifically, had to fight as hard as I did for buy. Holy shit. When I tell y'all, compared to before, the buy mains now are actually chill. I'm talking about the actual real buy mains. The actual real buy mains chilled out, and I'm proud of them for that. But the other so-called buy mains, the same ones that happen on to try to do what they do, and the reasons they have, child, child. Do I want to say it? Do I want to say it? Do I want to say it? Do I want to be that person? Do I want to be that person? Nah. Let me think about that. Do I want to be that person? Do I want to be honest? Do I want to be completely honest? Do I want to be brutally honest? They're not ready. They're not ready for the brutal honesty. I don't think they need me to be brutal honest. I think they know. I think they know what I want to say. No, they don't. They don't. Let me think of how to word this. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna think about how to word it first. Let me think about how to word this first. Cause I want to get the point across. But I have to be brutally honest. I have to be brutally honest if I do get this point across. But I need to think about how to word it. Let me think about how to word it. Nah, because this time I'm gonna have to think about how to word this. Well, I mean, I'm already hated, so. Actually, nah, it don't even matter. I'm already hated. Shoot. I'm already hated. Might as well. Well. Let me kill Hecka real quick. I'm already hated. People already get salty when I open my mouth anyways. Might as fucking well. So, okay. The buys now have it good and have it easy compared to before. Kato didn't really want to try to teach or anything because nobody was serious. I used to be very upset. I had a hard time trying to learn buy because of the environment. When I kept trying to ask serious questions about buy, I got met with clownish answers, and I hated that. Because I was actually serious about trying to learn how to play buy and stuff. So when I finally got fed up with everybody clowning her, bullying her, when I'm just trying to learn in peace, I snapped, I called people out, and at the time we had character channels. We had a channel for each character. I left that channel because I got sick and tired of all the clowning and stuff, when all I just want to do was just learn how to play buy. And after that, I would have just been quiet to myself, everything. But unfortunately, the circumstances at the time was clown, bully, buy. They used the buy channel as a meme channel, which is even more insulting. And then after, if people thought that if they insult buy, they can get under my skin. I think I heard me say that before. People thought that if they insult buy, they could possibly get under my skin and stuff. Now sometimes it used to get under my skin. Now it doesn't anymore because people had done it so much that people had done it so much. Oh, there you go. People had done it so much to where I'm used to it. I'm used to everybody bashing by, shit talking by, saying by and easy to see it. They can get them. I'm used to it. I went from being bothered by it to being desensitized. To now it's like, okay, clearly this person saying this because they don't like me. It's like when they say it, I already know why, They don't even have to say anything. I already know why. I already know what's up. I already know to avoid that person. So the road to get for me, the road from me learning by was learning the rotations. First of all, I had to learn how to build her correctly. Luckily, a person named Rimuru was an angel to tell me how to tune her, because nobody was answering that, how to tune her and so forth. So I had to luckily Rimuru was there to tell me how to tune her and so forth. He was trying to give me advice on and some helpful tips. Then, you know, Keito was around at the time, so I was learning by watching him play and stuff. He's actually what inspired me to play Bai. I initially was going to be a Yuri main, funny enough. Had I never watched Keito play Bai, I never would have been the Bai main that I am now. He's actually what inspired me to play Bai. Dang. Let's see. Let's see. I might be able to hold the thing. But I'm not really in a rush. Y'all give me a second. Hold on. Let me see what to do about Prometheus real quick. Hold on. Let me see what to do about Prometheus. You don't know, I'm not one. After that, I'm going straight back the heck up. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm heading straight back the heck up. Yeah, okay, I'll use yeah, okay, I'll use the Veronica buff. Yeah, go ahead and use the Veronica buff. I didn't use the ult now. Not like that. I didn't use the ult like that. Okay, what was I? Oh, right. Yeah. Keito is actually the one who inspired me to play Bai. I initially was going to be a Yuri main, and I actually was looking for somebody to teach me how to play Yuri. But, my friend Tom, before he told me his name was Tom, he told me to play. I asked him how do I get gear. He told me to make a Bai. He didn't specifically tell me why he told me to make a Bai, but he told me to make a Bai. So I made it by, and then I'm still trying to figure out how to get gear and everything, cause I just came back. And then I'm like, okay, this character's cool and all, but how did you get gear? So it wasn't until Soki told me how to get gear. I was upset at Tom at the time because I felt like I had to swallow my pride and get help from someone else and stuff, because, you know, I usually like to try to do things on my own and stuff and so forth, and yeah. And right, the road to buy. So push all the drama to the side. Push all the drama and everything that happened all the way up to now to the side. The actual process. Let's talk about the actual process. So first I had to learn how to build her, how to build her correctly. Because you can't just, yeah, you can have the skill, but you need to have the right build as well. So, you know, I had to learn how to build her correctly. So I asked questions about that. You can guess, as you guess, I got met with honest answers. Rimuru was a saint because he told me how to build my Bai. Bless Rimuru. I still appreciate him for telling me how to build my Bai. So that's where I got my information on how to build Bai. He told me to build back. He told me to focus more on back, but have some aerial on the side. I didn't understand why. I had to figure that out over time. But the reason why is because Bai's fully forced back. Yes, she has air. Currently, she has 18 confirmed aerial. Currently, she has 18 forced aerial skills, 18 forced back skills, and 14 forced chase skills. So she's mostly, in a sense, you could say she's mostly ABC. Here's the thing though. Her skills are not forced aerial. So back is still more reliable than aerial. But you can build aerial. You still have to get in the air for the skills that, like, say, Whale Sword and Castle Shield. You still have to get in the air in order to use Whale Sword and Castle Shield. So she's not, even though she got the forced aerial pop, she ain't fully forced. She ain't fully aerial. So you still have to, so back is still more reliable than aerial. I didn't know that then. I was just like, okay, let me just go ahead and do it this way, because he pretty much was the only help I had at the time. Everybody else was too busy bullying her, using her as a punch bag, using her as a Barbie doll, hoarding her costumes and selling up at high prices, shit talking her. They don't even play by her. She was everybody's favorite punching bag. And more than people calling Yuri a wheelchair, even though Yuri was never a wheelchair, she was just hard for most people to understand. It was only a matter of time before someone could make her shine at the time. So she was referred to as a wheelchair. But Bai was everybody's favorite punching bag. Everybody bullied her. Everybody bullied her, called her weak, clowned everything, said all kinds of stuff. If somebody asked a serious question about Bai, they got me with a honest answer. That's the time to win at the time. Unfortunately, that's the time I was in. That's the environment I had. If I wanted to ask a serious question about Bai, honest answer. Kaito spoke at the time, I felt like Kaito spoke in riddles, but kind of find out the stuff that he said became timeless. Sometimes I go back to some of the things that Kaito has told me, because a lot of stuff that he said include, and I'm not just talking about Bai too, economy, everything, staff, players, everybody. A lot of stuff that he said became timeless. So when Kaito spoke, I listened. That's one thing I made sure to do. When Kaito spoke, even though I felt like it was riddles, I listen. And then what? Cause sometimes I would voice my concern about, let's say, I was still trying to get my mindset together, my mindset, my play style, everything. At the time I still was building my play style, how I approach things and everything. I had somebody teaching me. I also had somebody teaching me boss mechanics at the time, so that was very helpful. I don't know what Khaled is now, but he was. It was a personal friend of mine. I have realized that he watches my YouTube channel, and he was back from board. He was back when Board also was the name. I didn't know he was watching my channel. He came and took time out of his day to teach me box mechanics until I finally got it. So I was learning box mechanics at the time. I was learning bar rotations at the time. That was hell on earth. Learning how to build by, and then carrying in BB Ray at the time. Trying to remember everything. There was a lot going on at the time. And then learning how to speed run too, because I had discovered a passion for speed running. That's a mess within itself. We're going to skip that entirely. I was speed running while learning how to play by. Oh no. I still remember that one untouchable run where I messed up rotations and I took it personally. Oh man, that was a time. But so after somewhat learning how to build my buy, like, you know, tuning and chips and so forth, then came rotations. I didn't know that Suman was using me as a reference on how to learn how to play buy. He used me as a reference, like seeing how I do things and then making plans on like how not to do some of the mistakes that I did. And then he was also was breaking down Kato's Untouchable video and figuring out how Kato was doing rotations and so forth. So then when I actually ran into Suman in the speedrunning server that I was in, and that's how I really got into contact with him, and he broke it down for me and told me how rotations for buy worked and everything. So I learned my buy rotations from him. Then came actually breaking some very bad habits, because I had very bad habits. I still have one diehard habit. I still have one bad habit. The airplane. But pretty much all except for three. All except for three. Because occasionally when I play lazy, they resurface. But after figuring out, okay, so these are the rotations and now I have to study this. Y'all actually have to study and do math. Y'all ever study and do math for a game? I had to study. Cause first it went like this. First I read the skills, then I paraphrased the skill descriptions, I paraphrased everything. Then I went and studied it. Like when I walked to work, I would take out my phone and look at my notes and I would study. No, like I was that dedicated. I literally would take out my phone and walk into work, studying, and so I can remember everything by heart. Then working, theorizing and so forth and everything, because I'm trying to get everything together so I can fully understand. So when someone tells me something, I'm like, oh, that's why. And then walking home, still studying the skills so I can remember everything by heart. And then, okay, well, now that I know the skills and stuff, then I can go ahead and start asking questions so I can better understand how to play character. Then that's when rotations came into play and so forth. So the notes that the tips and stuff that Suman told me in my DMs, I forgot where I slapped that, but I made sure to study that for a while. So walking to work, studying the tips that he told me and stuff, then thinking about it during work, then walking home, still studying, still studying the notes and stuff. Then okay, let me go ahead and practice for the said day. So Beelzebub Raid, I use Beelzebub Raid as a practice playground, which also ultimately helped me develop stamina for running like long runs. The average Beelzebub Raid for me at the time was about 2 hours. If I really wanted to sit down and study, 3 hours. I would be in Beelzebub Raid all day, just practicing rotations, fighting the bosses so that I can, yeah. And y'all remember Team Challenge? The BOD buy? The buy in that Team Challenge? I also used her as a practice dummy. I miss her. It's not the same, man. Can I have her as a practice dummy again? I miss her. But I used her as a practice dummy. So I asked a favor for people that whenever Guilty Bar was in Team Challenge to ping me so I can go fight her. I didn't want to fight no one else but her because I was using her as practice. Then I had, 14 buys at one point. I had 14 buys at one point. At first it was just for a meme. Then I was actually using them for like testing purposes and studying and stuff. Then I geared them up and now they're like carry buys. Not 14. I went from 14 to 9 buys, 7 buys, to 8, but then I realized that I had 7 buys to maintain, so I scrapped the 8th one. That got misunderstood and stayed 7 for a while, and then finally back at 9. So now I have 9 buys now. But before it was just the multiple buys were for a meme. Then I actually put them to use and use it for practice and stuff, like practicing dungeons and rotations and stuff, because we didn't have a training room at the time. Then geared them up and so forth, and then here we are. Anyways, tightening the rotations was hell. It was hell because I had to break so many bad habits. Like, you know how I talked about skill hits and bar? I had to break the habit of using two specific skills that do multiple skill hits that would be very great for quickly detonating freeze. I had to get out of the habit of using them in the same rotation because I found out that was a no-no. Before Suman picked me up and took me under his wing, I was watching the KI buy. I finally understand why Kato did not like this KI buy. He did everything wrong. Not using FM2. He's where I got my bad habits from, actually. That KI buy is actually where I got my bad habits from. I had to break those habits. That was hell. But I got through it. That was hell though. Sometimes it resurfaces when I'm playing while I'm half asleep, but for the most part I broke the habits, so that's good. Then like I said, while I was learning how to play by and tightening my rotations and stuff, I also was interested in speedrunning at the time, so I was also trying to speedrun and practice and so forth. So and that happened, and I also had to learn how to burst and stuff. I knew another person that played by at the time. She was also trying to played by, and she had a very different rotation. She had a very different play style from me. I'm not going into that. The journey was long, but I got to where I am, so but I will say this. I probably was the saddest person when Kato finally decided to quit playing closers. And I was especially sad when my mentor Suman quit, because I actually did like playing closers with him, even if he didn't really like doing parties with people. I still like playing closers with him. And I will tell you one of the scariest things. One of the scariest things that I had to experience while learning by was the theory crafting, taking over with doing the math and stuff, the theory crafting. Like, I didn't mind doing math and stuff. It's just that, sometimes you get your math wrong and so forth. Cause I also had that same Yenha main that I was talking about, that I could have also referred to for Tina, but he quit because work got too caught up and everything. He's also the person that taught me how to do war games. But after that, cause he also taught me hitboxes, frame. He taught me a lot of things, really. He was really into technical stuff. He's the one who taught me how to do war games. He used various charts and so forth. He did math. He was very detailed. He was a very ideal teacher for like teaching war games and stuff. Cause I was like trying to figure out how to approach things and stuff. And yeah, he was. I still appreciate him. Even though he scared to talk to me now, I still appreciate him for teaching me all that. Cause I never would have learned about hitboxes and frames and stuff if it weren't for him. I still appreciate him, even though he kind of scared that I'm gonna do something to him. I'm not. I tried to say that. I still appreciate him for teaching me war games and stuff. But after that, I didn't have any more teachers. I had a teacher. I had Kato inspire me. I had somebody teach me how to build. Suman taught me rotation, so I had to go and tighten that up and break my bad habits. Had a friend that we ultimately ended up parting ways. She would give me advice every now and then on how to do something and so forth for like speed running and stuff. Cause she also did speed running, but she more so wanted to stay on the low about it. But she would pitch in whenever she could. Then, first time I was talking about the Yohan man I was talking about, he taught me war games and hitboxes and everything. After that, I didn't have no teachers. I mean, I would be giving advice and so forth. But after that, I didn't have any more mentors after that. So that's just where the scariest part came in. Like, everything that I was taught all the way up until now, which I personally didn't mind putting to use, because of course I'm gonna do that. But I had to, after that, learning how to be more flexible. I had to learn how to be more flexible. I had to figure out from what I've learned, my own approach on like how to fight bosses and so forth. I had to dive more. I had to dive into more. I had to dive into more detail when it came to like codes and stuff, like 2 damage and all that stuff. I'm glad I finally learned that. That was a long-standing curious question, like what 2 damage was truly for. I'm glad I finally learned that after years. And defenses too, because funny enough, I used to actually be confused about critical resistance and damage resistance and why I kept talking about it and 2 damage and all that stuff. I'm glad I finally learned how to do that. I'm glad I finally learned about that, so I appreciate that, of course. Learn all that, dive into more details. I'm still learning. I haven't really fully mastered. I don't feel like I fully mastered Bot. I don't feel like I've reached the true potential. I feel like I still have ways to go. I'm still learning more and more about the game as I continue playing. And that's one of the main reasons why I still play the game, aside from enjoying it, of course. Because I'm always learning something. Almost every day, there's something new to learn about the game. Whether it be a mechanic, something about a different character, something about buy, something about price, anything. That's what keeps me playing this game. There's always something new to learn. And I love learning new things. So the scariest part in my journey for buy would be the moment where I had to use everything that I had learned all the way up until that point to test. The moment when I had to part ways with the Yinha main, and he wasn't there to teach me new stuff about like the bosses and stuff, because he did give very good and detailed tips. That's another thing that I appreciate him for. He was detailed, and I love details. Where I have to learn a lot of things where I have to figure it out on my own. That honestly was the scariest part. It was scary at first, then I got used to it. I messed up on some things, but it was scary at first, but now it's not scary anymore, because I understand the game better now compared to that point in time. But it was scary at first. Like I'm telling y'all, y'all don't understand what I've been through to get this far. Because, it was some hell. Some others probably suffered around the same amount I did, but my experience, it was some hell. It was some hell. But all in all, the things I went through with like the buy community and some that I'm still going through, I don't wish this on. I honestly do not wish this on anyone else. I hope that nobody. Actually, I don't think they will. They're kind of on the other side, but I definitely don't wish that on anyone, because wrong one. But yeah, I definitely don't wish that on anyone. Because if anyone went through the same shit that I went through, that did anyone went through the same shit that I went through with Bye, they'd probably want to see the world suffer. It was bad. It was pretty bad. I don't wish that on nobody. Not even on my worst enemy. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. The stress, taking the heat, taking the most heat, all that. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. Probably like, huh? What you talking about? You'll understand when you're older. You'll understand when you're older. How many tickets did I have? I had you guys send me something. Honestly, I'm glad that the other people in player base didn't have to deal with what I had to deal with regarding the bot community here on CC, because the bot community on the world server is actually pretty chill, although they don't really understand Bye. Nor does KR do too. Matter of fact, I found out that somebody on KR copy pasted my buy guide, swapped the words and stuff to make it seem like they created it, and then posted. I'm just looking at the thing like, wait a minute, I said all this. I had to translate it too. I'm looking at the post like, you could have at least credit me, you know. But then again, I kind of got a feeling that this is kind of normal on KR, because Yomi's mentor for Wolfgang, I think somebody tried to copy him on KR, and then their Wolfgang guide was up. But then when people found out, I think that he went and took it down or something. I don't know. But Yomi was the one that showed me the KR buy that went and copied my guide and then tried to make it their own. Well, let me put it this way. Steal my guide. The KR buy tried to steal my guide and then put it his own. I look at the thing. I'm looking at everything like, this is my wording. He made an attempt to steal it, but there was an attempt. I don't think he understands what he copy pasted, but there was an attempt. I'm pretty sure that KR by now is running and hiding after them possibly now knowing that I know they copied and tried to steal my guide. What in the... What in the... Why the first I opened my phone? Oh, have saved me by Why the first time I see is ain't like character? First thing I see is ain't like character. What the fuck? Jesus Christ, these people need help. What the hell? What the hell? Okay then, so I was checking Discord to a questionable DM. That's a very questionable. Okay, go off, I guess. Not the right question was, but okay, go off, I guess. Don't mind me, I'm just thinking. Not about that. Not about the DM that I just got. It's like, I'm just thinking. It's nothing bad. It's just something that just came up, and I just wasted my week. It's fine. They'll come to me. Yeah, basically, long story short, I know some of the things, and yeah, I know about it already. I know about it already. Some things I didn't speak on, some things I did speak on. People are people. Oh yeah, and the time I said nerf by, when I said nerf by, so drive people away and so forth. Okay, that's what it was. Not that, something else, but I forgot about that part. So, you know, I noticed that there had been a sudden wave of people suddenly, quotation mark, caring for Bai, right? Y'all didn't give a damn about her. Y'all buy her costumes, to hoard the costumes, to resell them when you're tired of her at high prices. And the people who actually want to play Bai and actually enjoy Bai, they suffer because of that. The same people who are just there for damage and don't even want to put in the work to produce said damage, be the main ones talking about her being weak and stuff and don't know how to play Bai. The toxic people, the people who always been toxic and have egos and elitists, suddenly want to play Bai and come up with a bullshit excuse saying they've always been interested in her. But to come find out, that's BS, and I know it. But we went there anyways to see if maybe, just maybe, there's some truth in it. Nope. It's exactly like I said. It's exactly like I thought. Then, you got the bragging rights, which I still won't say names. I refuse to say names. I refuse to say names. Then you have the other ones who just trash. They're just trash people. They're just trash individuals. I'm not talking about the character. I'm talking about the personality. They're just trash people in general. They all hopped on by. How's it been? Well, as you can see, I'm asking for a nerf on Bai so that they can go away. Can y'all nerf Bai so they can go away? I don't want my name to be meta. I want to be able to enjoy my name. Can y'all nerf Bai so they can go away? If y'all don't want to nerf Bai, that's fine. Can buff the other character so they can get off this character and go back to the character they were on and leave her alone. Please. Please buff the other character so they can get off Vi. If you don't want to nerf Vi, that's fine. Buff the other character so they can get off her. I'm sick of it. Please, I beg. I'm sick of it. Buff them so hard they'll drop by in a heartbeat. Please, I beg of you. I want these people off my character. I have hardly been able to play my character in peace without having to fight somebody, without having to call somebody out on this. I've been doing this for years. Can I play my character in peace? Like, damn. Can I play the character in peace? Can I? Can I play the character in peace? Can y'all go buff the characters they want buff so they can get off by and go play that character? Like, dang, bro. What's it take to sit back and relax and pop some freeze marks, bro? I just want to throw snow at people. I just want to throw snow, ice, frozen tears, and dragons at people. Like, dang, bro. What's wrong with little ice? I ain't even asked if you want to build a snowman. I'm not even singing Let It Go like Elsa. I'm just trying to throw ice, snow, frozen tears, dragons, samurai cuts. I just wanted to throw some ice, bro. Why you don't let me throw ice? I just wanted to throw some ice. Like, dang, bro. What's wrong with throwing ice? Is the ice too cold? I can melt the ice a little bit. Like, dang. Can you go buff the characters, please? Buff them to high hell. Buff them so high that they all drop by. Please. If you don't want to nerf by, that's fine. If you just want to make her smoother so somebody can stop complaining, fine. If that's the case, then can y'all just buff the other characters then? Shit, let's talk about buffing Soma. You wanna go buff Soma? Girl is already strong and useful, but her getting damage buffs is long overdue. But Soma can already do damage. We know. I'm just saying. I know. I'm just saying. Shit, you wanna go buff Nada more? Nada could use some more buffs, but Nada just got buffed. I know, I'm just saying. Shoot, you wanna go buff Nada more or something? I don't know. Y'all already buffed Chelsea to high hell. You wanna buff Chelsea some more? Sue. You wanna go buff Seha some more or something? I don't know. Get this people off my character so I can pray in peace. Go buff the character. Go buff their main. Shoot, you wanna buff Harpy even more? Harpy already got some buffs. She'll take more. Give her a few more buffs. Shoot. Give Tina some more buffs too. Like, buff these characters. That's what they're waiting. That's probably what they're waiting for. Buff these characters. You want to give Sobi some more buffs? You want to give her some more force back or something? I don't know. Shoot, give Seha more force back or something. I don't know. Buff these characters. Like, actually buff them, not just give them useless buffs. Actually, like, give them force back or whatever. I don't know. Do something. Just get them off. Just get them off my character. Don't nerf them. Don't nerf the other characters. Give them the force. Give them the buffs that they actually need so they can get the hell off my character and leave her alone and go focus on their happiness on their character. Something, I don't know. Cause I know you ain't gonna wanna. I mean, y'all already nerfed time. Actually, I'm not quite sure they nerfed time. They changed stuff around. They changed stuff around for time though. People already have mixed feelings about it, like I predicted. But shoot, you want to buff Wolfgang? Wolfgang already a formidable character. You want to go buff Wolfgang some more or something? Shoot, you want to give Seha and Sobi more force back or something, or maybe you can give Yuri some force back or something. I don't know. You could do some. You can buff up some damage numbers. Give her some damage numbers, or you could give Sign a 8-meter magical sword. You should give Tyne an 8-meter release of the magical sword. You can give him a big 8-meter sword, and then he can use that as a spear or something, or you could stop laughing. It's not funny. You can you could give Nata more damage so when he could he could fix the sweat bosses with some of his skills. You can buff Levia. You can buff Levia. Levia's always strong, but you could buff her some more. I don't know. You could give her some more damage numbers so she can be up to par with other characters, and people can run Levia. You can buff Tina so Tina can do more damage or something. I don't know something to make him happy. You could actually buff useful skills for Violet and stuff, even though whatever that was. You could also buff Wolfgang. You could buff Luna and Soma too. They could do a little bit more damage, but also still playing the support role and everything. You can get some new stuff or something. you could buff Chelsea even more and make him back to how broken he was before he got nerfed. You could give Mirai some more damage numbers, even though Mirai is already strong as is. You can make her even more busted. You could buff Irie back, buff up. You could buff Devil's Echo. You could buff Devil's Echo and make Irie mains happy. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. plus 25. Or was that plus 23? Or did I read that wrong? I thought the model was plus 25. Oh, it must have been plus 23. I must have read it wrong. Or I must have read it too fast. Okay, now it's plus 25. Oh, so then it must have been plus 23, and then I misread that as plus 25. And then that's when I got the plus 24, and then just now I got the plus 25. Okay. Yeah, I misread it. Oops. Nope. You ain't doing that to me. I ain't. again. How many tickets I have? Okay. Lowest thing. Jesus Christ, I'm watching that person get all the way to I'm watching that person get all the way to like that's 30. How is this gonna fall? Why is it gonna fall for no reason? I will just sat there and use the iPhone 3 and 4. My mind is preoccupied. Okay, yeah, my mind is too preoccupied. It's not something called disoriented, it's something else. No, it'll be okay. miss the fruit. I miss busting fruits. That's alright. Oops, cancel to road. What are you doing? go right on one drop and done for real. Nope. That's what I expected, to be honest. Not the fleas going bye-bye. Oops. Oh. Oops. Ah! Ah! The 19 health fluff. But then again, I got on, what's his trigger or something. Oh, I forgot to oops.
memory, experience self-consciousness. I'm just lonely, keep letting other cold back. The hatred thoughts just don't stop. I see free away from them. The world is all I said to. All my right is bent to ring me burn. Don't get that you cool, close the mind, ray of light, ready for freedom nowhere. All my right is bent to ring me burn. Yes, that my last man with no one, my last let me feel alive. Live with valid memory, experience self-consciousness. I'm just lonely, keep letting other cold back. The hatred thoughts just don't stop. I see free away from them. The world is all I said to. All my right is bent to ring me burn. Don't get that you cool, close the mind, ray of light, ready for freedom nowhere. All my right is bent to ring me burn. Yes, my last man with no one, my last let me feel alive. Live with valid memory, experience self-consciousness. I'm just lonely, keep letting other cold back. The hatred thoughts just don't stop. I see free away from them. The world is all I said to. All my right is bent to ring me burn. Don't get that you cool, close the mind, ray of light, ready for freedom nowhere. All my right is bent to ring me burn. Yes, my last man with no one, my last let me feel alive. Live with valid memory, experience self-consciousness. I'm just lonely, keep letting other cold back. The hatred thoughts just don't stop. I see free away from them. The world is all I said to. All my right is bent to ring me burn. Don't get that you cool, close the mind, ray of light, ready for freedom nowhere. All my right is bent to ring me burn. Yes, my last man with no one, my last let me feel alive. Live with valid memory, experience self-consciousness. I'm just lonely, keep letting other cold back. The hatred thoughts just don't stop. I see free away from them. The world is all I said to. All my right is bent to ring me burn. Don't get that you cool, close the mind, ray of light, ready for freedom nowhere. All my right is bent to ring me burn. Yes, my last man with no one, my last let me feel alive. Live with valid memory, experience self-consciousness. I'm just lonely, keep letting other cold back. The hatred thoughts just don't stop. I see free away from them. The world is all I said to. All my right is bent to ring me burn. Don't get that you cool, close the mind, ray of light, ready for freedom nowhere. All my right is bent to ring me burn. Yes, my last man with no one, my last let me feel alive. Live with valid memory, experience self-consciousness. I'm just lonely, keep letting other cold back. The hatred thoughts just don't stop. I see free away from them. The world is all I said to. All my right is bent to ring me burn. Don't get that you cool, close the mind, ray of light, ready for freedom nowhere. valid memory. Experience self-consciousness. I'm just lonely. Keep learning all the code track. The hatred thoughts just don't stop. As if dream wake from death. The world is all I said you. All my right is picturing me burn. Togete yuku, close my mind, ray of light, ready for freedom nowhere. All my right is picturing me burn. Yasuraida, my last man with no one. My last let me feel alive. Live with valid memory. Experience self-consciousness. I'm just lonely. Keep learning all the code track. The hatred thoughts just don't stop. As if dream wake from death. The world is all I said you. All my right is picturing me burn. Togete yuku, close my mind, ray of light, ready for freedom nowhere. All my right is picturing me burn. Yasuraida, my last man with no one. My last let me feel alive. Live with valid memory. Experience self-consciousness. I'm just lonely. Keep learning all the code track. The hatred thoughts just don't stop. As if dream wake from death. The world is all I said you. All my right is picturing me burn. Togete yuku, close my mind, ray of light, ready for freedom nowhere. All my right is picturing me burn. Yasuraida, my last man with no one. My last let me feel alive. Live with valid memory. Experience self-consciousness. I'm just lonely. Keep learning all the code track. The hatred thoughts just don't stop. As if dream wake from death. The world is all I said you. All my right is picturing me burn. Togete yuku, close my mind, ray of light, ready for freedom nowhere. All my right is picturing me burn. Yasuraida, my last man with no one. My last let me feel alive. Live with valid memory. Experience self-consciousness. I'm just lonely. Keep learning all the code track. The hatred thoughts just don't stop. As if dream wake from death. The world is all I said you. All my right is picturing me burn. Togete yuku, close my mind, ray of light, ready for freedom nowhere. All my right is picturing me burn. Yasuraida, my last man with no one. My last let me feel alive. Live with valid memory. Experience self-consciousness. I'm just lonely. Keep learning all the code track. The hatred thoughts just don't stop. As if dream wake from death. The world is all I said you. All my right is picturing me burn. Togete yuku, close my mind, ray of light, ready for freedom nowhere. valid memory. Experience self-consciousness. I'm just lone player. Keep learning all the code crack. The hatred thoughts just don't stop. I see free wake from that. The word is all I said you. All my right is picturing me burn. Don't get that you cool. Close the mind. Ray of light. Ready for freedom nowhere. All my right is picturing me burn. Yasuraida. My last man with no one. My last let me feel alive. Live with valid memory. Experience self-consciousness. I'm just lone player. Keep learning all the code crack. The hatred thoughts just don't stop. I see free wake from that. The word is all I said you. All my right is picturing me burn. Don't get that you cool. Close the mind. Ray of light. Ready for freedom nowhere. All my right is picturing me burn. Yasuraida. My last man with no one. My last let me feel alive. Live with valid memory. Experience self-consciousness. I'm just lone player. Keep learning all the code crack. The hatred thoughts just don't stop. I see free wake from that. The word is all I said you. All my right is picturing me burn. Don't get that you cool. Close the mind. Ray of light. Ready for freedom nowhere. All my right is picturing me burn. Yasuraida. My last man with no one. My last let me feel alive. Live with valid memory. Experience self-consciousness. I'm just lone player. Keep learning all the code crack. The hatred thoughts just don't stop. I see free wake from that. The word is all I said you. All my right is picturing me burn. Don't get that you cool. Close the mind. Ray of light. Ready for freedom nowhere. All my right is picturing me burn. Yasuraida. My last man with no one. My last let me feel alive. Live with valid memory. Experience self-consciousness. I'm just lone player. Keep learning all the code crack. The hatred thoughts just don't stop. I see free wake from that. The word is all I said you. All my right is picturing me burn. Don't get that you cool. Close the mind. Ray of light. Ready for freedom nowhere. All my right is picturing is valid memory. Experience self-consciousness. I'm just lone player. Keep learning all the code back. The hatred thoughts just don't stop. I see free wake from there. The world is all I said to. All my right is picturing me burn. Together you could close my ray of light. Ready for trip to nowhere. All my right is picturing me burn. Just like that, my last play with no one. My last let me feel alive. Live is valid memory. Experience self-consciousness. I'm just lone player. Keep learning all the code back. The hatred thoughts just don't stop. I see free wake from there. The world is all I said to. All my right is picturing me burn. Together you could close my ray of light. Ready for trip to nowhere. All my right is picturing me burn. Just like that, my last play with no one. My last let me feel alive. Live is valid memory. Experience self-consciousness. I'm just lone player. Keep learning all the code back. The hatred thoughts just don't stop. I see free wake from there. The world is all I said to. All my right is picturing me burn. Together you could close my ray of light. Ready for trip to nowhere. All my right is picturing me burn. Just like that, my last play with no one. My last let me feel alive. Live is valid memory. Experience self-consciousness. I'm just lone player. Keep learning all the code back. The hatred thoughts just don't stop. I see free wake from there. The world is all I said to. All my right is picturing me burn. Together you could close my ray of light. Ready for trip to nowhere. All my right is picturing me burn. Just like that, my last play with no one. My last let me feel alive. Live is valid memory. Experience self-consciousness. I'm just lone player. Keep learning all the code back. The hatred thoughts just don't stop. I see free wake from there. The world is all I said to. All my right is picturing me burn. Together you could close my ray of light. Ready for trip to nowhere. All my right is picturing me burn. Just like that, my last play with no one. My last let me feel alive. Live is valid memory. Experience self-consciousness. I'm just lone player. Keep learning all the code back. The hatred thoughts just don't stop. I see free wake from there. The world is all I said to. All my right is picturing me burn. Together you could close my ray of light. Ready for trip to nowhere. All my right is picturing self-consciousness. I'm just lone player, keep learning all the code crack. The hatred thoughts just don't stop. I see free wake from there. The world is all I said you. All my right is picturing me burn. Don't get that you cool, close the mind, ray of light, ready for freedom nowhere. All my right is picturing me burn. Yasuraida, my last man with no one, my last let me feel alive. Live is valid memory, experience self-consciousness. I'm just lone player, keep learning all the code crack. The hatred thoughts just don't stop. I see free wake from there. The world is all I said you. All my right is picturing me burn. Don't get that you cool, close the mind, ray of light, ready for freedom nowhere. All my right is picturing me burn. Yasuraida, my last man with no one, my last let me feel alive. Live is valid memory, experience self-consciousness. I'm just lone player, keep learning all the code crack. The hatred thoughts just don't stop. I see free wake from there. The world is all I said you. All my right is picturing me burn. Don't get that you cool, close the mind, ray of light, ready for freedom nowhere. All my right is picturing me burn. Yasuraida, my last man with no one, my last let me feel alive. Live is valid memory,